Well, well. What's up, y'all? Y'all let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me. What's up, y'all? Uh-oh, we got a problem already. Y'all let me know. Turn that down. Okay. Okay. Turn that down, son. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Y'all let me know if you can see me. Let me get this link out so everybody know where the fuck we at. Last week, I was trying to do this shit, y'all, but YouTube held me the fuck back. So there was nothing I could do. It was telling me it wasn't working. So I ended up doing a Facebook Live. Mad love to everybody that caught me going live on Facebook. Mad love to y'all who tuned into that, who understood what I was saying. Let me put this link on my Facebook page, y'all. And we gonna get it in, man. Let me go ahead and pause this music. I got a couple things I want to deal with tonight. What is up, Miss Roberts, D Hall, PR Corey, Mad Love PR, Adrian OG, Life is Graceful, Brother Baldwin, Lovely Diffuse, what up, the True Royal Family, what up, Trilphony, what is up? I know Dylan in here. Country Pumpkin, what is up? What is up, y'all? Miss Murphy, where you at? I ain't seen you yet. Maybe I wasn't looking hard enough. See if Miss Murphy in here tonight. Kendra, what up? All right, y'all. Listen. We gonna start this shit by, first of all, let me say shout out Team Rob. I didn't forget. We gonna start this shit talking about what happened with the Walter Scott case, the verdict or the non-verdict, as it were. The mistrial, as it were. People were acting like they were shocked by the mistrial. People act like that was something that they possibly didn't really expect. But some of us that have been paying attention to what we can simply call at this point a sequence of events knew what the fuck was going to happen. Either he was going to get all full blown, or he was going to get a mistrial, which is the same thing that happened in the Jonathan Ferrell trial here in Charlotte, North Carolina, mistrial. Because they can just do that. Cops can just shoot down innocent, unarmed, running away people and mistrial. This is the advantage that cops, 3Ks, don't get this shit fucked up. This is the advantage that they have. We can have the tape. Record this motherfucker shooting down a running away Walter Scott and plant the gun on him. We can see all of that. And it doesn't matter what it looks like to us. It looks very obvious to us, and we not even law enforcement. We don't work for the courthouse. It doesn't take a fucking, a greatly intelligent person to see what's being laid out right there on the tape. But you had a juror that said he couldn't in good conscience send a cop in this situation to prison. And because of the way this system is set up, that is okay. Nobody has a huge problem with that. Case closed. Mistrial, right? People were acting like they didn't see this coming. I saw it coming. Some of y'all saw it coming. Cops aren't doing any fucking time for the shit they're doing out here to innocent, unarmed people, regardless of tape. We saw that with Eric Gardner as well. Doesn't matter if it's on tape, they still gonna get off. We have to stop being surprised by that, understand that, and adjust not our behavior per se, but adjust our mentalities. This is the reality. Why are we still running around here, fucking around like it's a fucking game? This is really happening. What does it take for us to be on one accord? You know, one accord, love each other. Right? Let's start here. Let's start fucking with each other hard. Stop hating on each other. Stop murdering the shit out of each other. These things, I mean, based on the reality, it's almost like, well, we got to do something different, right? Let's start here, get us together so that everybody actually gives a fuck, not just be desensitized to this complete injustice. Listen to a fucking press conference from his mom, which I'm going to fucking play here, which is completely disgusting in my opinion. We'll talk about it after I play it. I'm going to play that for y'all, but we have to understand this is the climate that we're in. What's it going to take for y'all? What's it going to take for the nation to see? Oh, and then you'll still have white folk who, you know, will pretend that they don't see this, you know, this pattern. Again, it doesn't take a smart person to see a clear pattern here. Cop murders a person, regardless of color. Problem. All right, that's a problem. Once the cop can be tried and be found innocent, this becomes a huge fucking problem. And then what the fuck is this idea of justice? Why the fuck is Colin Kaepernick kneeling for the goddamn Pledge of Allegiance? Why is this happening? White America asks. How could he disrespect the flag like this? White America asks. 3 Ks, don't get this shit fucked up. Well, it's because we see shit like this, what's taking place in the Walter Scott trial, and the allegiance is not really connecting with us. We don't fully understand. Any person that's paying attention wouldn't fully understand how this could be happening. You got to understand Kaepernick at this point, right? You have to understand at least why that would be something that he may do based on, again, the sequence of events. This is what's happening. And then, of course, God. Jesus is going to come here and give us or grant us some form of justice. He's going to pay him back for us. I told y'all I was going to play his mom's interview or her press conference that she gave. I want y'all to listen to this. It's about 2 minutes long. All right. We're going to listen to this together for the people who haven't seen this shit yet. Listen to her. And then we're going to talk about her and black people's other problem. Just listen.
I would like to say good evening to all of you. And today, I'm not sad.
She's not sad.
And I want you to know why I'm not sad.
And she's going to tell you why she's not sad.
Because Jesus is on the inside. And I know that justice will be served because the God that I serve, he's able. He told me to wait on the Lord and be of good courage. And God, he is strengthening my heart. God is my strength, and I know without a doubt that he is a just God, and injustice will not prevail. The God I serve, I know he's able. We are surrounded by a cloud of witnesses from days past and gone. And what God did for them back then, he'll do the same for me. I trust God. I believe God. I am encouraged because I know God is able. He will get his just reward. And we have the federal trial and another trial to go. I'm just waiting on the Lord. I'm just going to rest in the Lord.
She's resting.
I'm going to rest in the Lord because you see, the reason why I can speak like I am because the joy of the Lord is my strength. And I have been born again. I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb.
In the blood
and
of
there's
the
something
Lamb.
about Jesus when he's on the inside, I fear not.
Right.
I don't care what man say. I don't care how it looks. It's not over. Y'all hear me? It's not over. So God say it's over.
Now, let me tell y'all why this response from Black people is exactly the type of response this society is okay with. They will allow her to get on here and not mute the shit out of her or go to a commercial, like act like it's some crazy, like, hold on, this she about to wow out, Jesus, and then if we get this technical difficulties, nobody does it like that. This is the narrative that people with the dominant white society, this is the one they want to hear. They want to hear y'all forgive these fucking cops, this justice system. Talk about resting in the Lord. What the fuck? What the fuck? How can you say that when this has happened? It was on tape. It could be no more blatant. But you resting in the Lord. How could you be resting in the Lord? I don't understand that shit. If that's not a delusion, I don't know what is. That's delusional. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Have your way. And this type of ridiculous shit. If Jesus is having his way, then he is allowing Black people to be murdered on fucking tape, so much now to the point that we're desensitized to it and the fucking cops are getting off. This is God's plan. This is what y'all believe in the afterlife. You gonna be okay? Like, how long are we gonna wait? This lady, this is an older lady, older woman. This is faith, I mean, beyond what's reasonable. This is beyond what's rational. This is the narrative of what religious Christian Black people will say as their people, even their own sons, are suffering injustices constantly. Not only at the hands of the cops, but in the hands of the next fucking level of this goddamn bullshit ass court/justice system. Suffering. Only God can judge you? Nah. As a matter of fact, that's not so true. There's also a motherfucker that can sit behind a bench and judge you. And even if he can't, there are 12 random motherfuckers that may be judging you. This is what's real. Most of the motherfuckers gonna be white. Most of the motherfuckers are going to, you know, have the idea that the cops are righteous people and allow them to murder Black people to no avail. No punishment. What climate does that set out here? We'll talk about the climate again. I told y'all this will be one of my reoccurring things. Look at the fucking climate that this can happen. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm mad about though, is that people are being outraged about this, talking about rioting and shit. Again, the same, I mean, y'all, it's down to, it's the same thing. White cop kills Black person, unarmed, running away. Cop gets off, some member of the family forgives, puts it in Jesus's fucking hands. And then after that, Black folk be fake mad and tear up some shit, set some shit on fire, right? Constant. Rebuild your tax dollars, rebuilding whatever area it is, regardless of the color of the business, whether it's Black or white, your tax dollars that are going to be fixing all this shit back up. You think they mind it? Do you think they mind doing that? You in the streets, ain't no telling what part of the ride you're gonna be in. If you bust one of their fucking car windows out, which we saw a young Black man doing a Baltimore ride. He got up there, busted a fucking cop window. They put his ass in prison. This, you think they mad at that? You think y'all rioting is powerful, don't you? It doesn't make any fucking sense. You're going to pay for it to get it fixed anyway, right? As you're in the streets getting locked the fuck up. But then y'all going to go do Christmas. We just did Halloween. We just did Thanksgiving. We just did, we're going to continue to do all these holidays and shit and give all this fucking money to this system that continues to fucking oppress us. We can't even boycott a fucking holiday. Instead, we'd rather go throw some Molotov through a goddamn window and set some shit on fire that you're going to pay to fix any goddamn way. Y'all would rather do that? Same shit every time. They haven't stopped us from rioting. I don't think they're mad about the rioting. They're not going through great lengths to prevent it. And if they're not going through great lengths to prevent it, then it isn't powerful. That's all it is to it. They might tell you not to. They're not doing it. They're going to stand out there, get to use all their new equipment they done got that y'all done paid for. We done paid for. I'm in here with y'all. Done paid for the new shields and the motherfucking, little face mask and shit, tanks and shit. They get to use all that tear gas and shit from across the motherfucking way. They get to try out all their new shit. They're not preventing y'all from rioting. That should let you know it's not powerful. There's nothing in it. But we continue to spend money. That's what we continue to spend all our fucking money. We won't take no holidays, not one. In unity, we won't take one fucking holiday off. Instead, we'll riot. This is what'll go on. Even though this injustice won't be reversed, we'll riot and shit. I mean, we're going to have hashtags, right? We're going to do our hashtag thing. We're going to hold up signs. We're going to have our hands up. We may even have some people do a goddamn mannequin challenge of Walter Scott running away, being shot. We may have all that shit going on. All this fake mad shit we like to do. Temporary mad shit we like to do. Reacting emotionally instead of logically. Like, if they are continuing to let us do this, they're doing their thing. We continue doing our thing, and same shit happening. This ain't working. We could try unity. That's far-fetched, Robert. This is crazy talk, Robert. Boycotting holidays. Man, people just want to have fun. Robert, what the fuck are you talking about? That's what I'll get. We got to start somewhere. I mean, what we're doing has proven itself to be ineffective in every way. Take you to another situation. We got Joe McKnight. He was killed. I actually took some notes on this because I want you all to follow this timeline with me and, try to get some understanding as to how this happened in this nation. All right. This is, want everybody to pay attention to what we have here. Same type shit going on here. All right. On December the 1st, Ronald Gasser shot and killed Joe McKnight. All right. This is a former NFL player. Gasser gets mad, decides to kill this brother, broad daylight, brothers unarmed. All right. Gasser was released hours later after killing an unarmed citizen. Right? Under the umbrella of a stand your ground law. All right. If you don't know what the stand your ground law is, it basically states that if you're out here in these fucking streets and somebody's threatening your life and you feel like they're going to kill you, you can in turn kill them first. Like, you just knew something was going to go down, right? Stand your ground. On December 2nd, Sheriff Norman said, he did a press conference. I watched a fucking 20-minute long fucking press conference, and this happened in Louisiana. Now, the sheriff says, well, we didn't lock him up immediately because we were trying to get more witnesses to come forward so we can understand what really happened. Even though Gasser has confessed to murdering an unarmed man based on road rage. He's already confessed it. The investigation? He murdered somebody. Supposed to be held for custody. This is normal protocol. But under stand your ground shit, which states vary on stand your ground and the protocol that follows. In Florida, there is a protocol that says if a person, same thing with Zimmerman. That's why Zimmerman got right out. Same thing that happened with the Trayvon and Zimmerman. He got right out, right? There is protocol in Florida that the person can be let out, even though it's bullshit. They can be let out. In Louisiana, there is no such protocol that the person can be let the fuck out. And I must give y'all another story about it's a similar situation. Two black men, things go a little different, right? Now, Norman does a press conference and he says all this shit about why they let him go home. And he talks about people rioting. He seemed to be a lot more concerned with black people rioting than he was with anything else. Letting black folk know, if y'all turn up, we're going to have the cops out there and we're going to arrest the shit out of y'all. It's basically what the message was. We're going to arrest y'all. Chill, right? That's what he says. The sheriff knew at the time he gave the press conference that Gasser is apparently an angry motherfucker. He had been arrested in 2006 for attacking another driver near the same intersection where he murdered brother McKnight. So this is his would be second offense. This one is fatal offense. He attacked somebody else. This old white man, mad as hell. Fuck you got to be mad for, man. What's the problem? You know? Mad as hell. He's already, but sheriff knew that and still let him go, right? Now, I'm going to talk about the similar situation. Same state. Same state. We're going to get back to Gasser and McKnight. Same state. This happened, right? Cardell Hayes shot and killed Will Smith. Road rage incident in April, right? Police have kept Hayes in custody since then. Again, this is the exact same fucking situation. Exact same situation. Black man killing another black man in this situation. The black man, his ass has been locked up since he murdered Will Smith. Glaring difference as to the white man just getting to go home. Big difference. He's still in custody. Now, Hayes was held for 3 weeks. Now, he's not still in custody. He was held for 3 weeks before being put on a $1.75 million bond and charged with second-degree murder. All right? Put the bond in a place where he can't reach it. He was held 3 weeks without him even offering this. All right? After 3 weeks, they offered him a bond that he couldn't reach and charged his ass with second-degree murder. Big difference. White man gets to go home. Now, Gasser is now in custody because more witnesses done came out and said that the white motherfucker was crazy. They done said it. Gasser is in custody now and being charged with manslaughter, and he has a $500,000 bond. Now, the black man, $1.75 million, second-degree murder, same situation. Gasser, manslaughter, $500,000 bond. What is the only thing that's different in this situation? The state is the same. People will like to act like, black folk making this shit up. And I'm trying to lay it out here so even the dumbest motherfucker can see this. What's the glaring difference in both cases? I mean, there's a black man in this case. He getting a completely different treatment than going home, getting, once they get him in custody, manslaughter, not second-degree murder, and $500,000 versus $1.75 million. Interesting that. What does that say to this nation? What verbiage is being given out here, or what is the actions? What are the actions of this nation? What it allows? What is it saying to these crazy ass motherfucking white folk out here? That there's a good chance that you, being white, could possibly beat this motherfucking case if we can prove that you were a little bit crazy for a second. Now, Gasser's team of lawyers, whoever the fuck he hires, has to prove that Brother McKnight was a threat on his life from inside of his vehicle, unarmed. Now, what they may try to do is act like maybe the vehicle was a deadly weapon. I can see them trying to spin some shit like that. Well, he's sitting in a deadly weapon. Sure, he's going to run it into me and kill me. Surely. I can see them trying a defense like that. I can see that shit even working. I can see that working already. I'm not even a fucking lawyer. I don't even know if that's the defense they're going to use. But I can see some bullshit like that working. Right? What is this saying? Yo, black folk that continue to act like, you know, that even you can't see this. Now, white folk, they're going to be blind to it. It works out for them, whatever. Something like this motherfucker may possibly get off. It's very, very, very likely that he's going to get off, even after having a prior on his record very similar to this. Even after attacking somebody else, 2006. Motherfucker got mad on one other time. Just didn't lead to murder. This time it did. Now what we gonna do? Same shit, right? We'll be fake mad. People was fake mad that they didn't, you know, put him in custody immediately, and they're fake mad again about them setting a $500,000 bond and charging him with manslaughter instead of second-degree murder like they charged the black man. So people fake mad up there in Louisiana. They're doing that fake mad shit. But I'm trying to figure out, when is this fake mad shit when is it going to stop? Because we keep faking like we're in some type of rage. We keep faking like the rage is even real. But then I get all types of backlash when I challenge us to do something simple as fuck like boycott Halloween. We can't be that mad. If you happy enough to go out here and not only spend time with your family, but also make companies billions of dollars over a 3-month span, and it's calculated that your behavior will be the same every single year. Now, what they don't factor in, this is how I know they know how we're going to act. They don't factor in losses. Like, they don't tell the cops, like, okay, look, y'all chill, because if y'all turn up, our businesses take a really big hit. So we need y'all to chill. That 1 trillion and some change, like, we need y'all to chill the fuck out. They don't even factor it in. They factor in profits years prior to, based on what they call projections. And projections are based on how the fuck y'all typically act, regardless of the situation. They can tell what we was going to do now, what we're going to do now, right now, for this holiday season. They knew it last year. They looked forward to this year. That's why the marketing is what it is. That's why you're going to have shit going on sale like you are. They already know what y'all going to do. Doesn't matter how fake mad y'all get, how many signs you hold up, how many buildings you burn down. That shit don't matter. It doesn't matter at all. We can kneel for the flag. We can do all this shit. It doesn't fucking matter at all, because we still spending the same type of money with. Same type of money every year. Still jollier than a motherfucker come Christmas season. Running around chipper as a bitch. lights on your house, tree up, you know, we just living, wrapping gifts and shit. We do this shit every fucking year, regardless of how we're treated during the entire fucking year. How seriously are they going to take us? Because I got people telling me now, well, Christmas is too hard. But y'all couldn't even do Halloween. Can I ask y'all for St. Patrick's Day? Is that okay? I know Valentine's Day might be a little bit too much for y'all because we have to show our love monetarily and all. You know, we have to do that. What about St. Patrick's Day? Can we get a pledge right now for y'all to boycott St. Patrick's Day? That's an easy one, right? Since everything else is so fucking difficult. You're spending money all year anyway. We just have to quadruple this number for 3 months. What about St. Patrick's? Can I ask y'all for that now? I'm asking early. You got time to prepare, you know. Since it's the only one possibly that I can get, because y'all didn't even give me Halloween. Like, Halloween is like, everything is about having fun to people and enjoying life. And I understand that. I get it. Whatever. You got to do what you got to do. Put your mind in a better place. You want to buy you some stuff. I get it. I understand. But when? When are we going to start doing something that these motherfuckers actually care about? They care about losing profits over 0.1%. They care about that. If profits drop, that's shit that raises red flags for them. Not black people being mad that a white person killed a black person. That's no longer a red flag, really. That's kind of normal. But losing profits, that's a big deal to these companies, to this nation that feeds itself off of us working ourselves like slaves and then giving them the fucking money back. It works like that. This is the system. This is how it works. If one of these things stops or at least dwindles down a little bit, it throws it. Oh, it start looking a little odd. It ain't flowing like it once was. It's a little bit fucked up. They noticed that. We act like we can't do this because we too busy running around here acting like the shit's not real and or waiting on Jesus and telling me we just want to have fucking fun. You can't spend less. Like, you know, even if you can't go all the way to nothing, can you not spend less? Can we not be so fucking predictable? Can we not? For once. But of course, you're going to have coons out here running around, spreading their little, you know, coon rhetoric all over the fucking place, all on post and shit. Being okay with everything that's going on, finding it logical. Well, he shouldn't have ran. It's what they'll say in the case of Walter Scott. That's what people were saying when they actually first showed the tape. He shouldn't have ran. Even after they saw him planting a gun on him. Oh, he shouldn't have ran. This is all they have to fucking say at this point. There's even black folk that will, you know, jump on this bandwagon. What is it going to take for us to understand? What is it going to take for us to do something differently than we have been doing? When the fuck are we going to start? That's all I'm saying. Let me get to some of y'all's comments before I get on Charlemagne's motherfucking ass. Let me see some of y'all's comments. I know I've been going in here for a second at least, and I ain't dealt with none of y'all's comments. Let's see. No, Quiet Giant, the numbers have not come in for Black Friday, but I'm sure they were extensive. I'm sure they made some money. Curly Bassard says, why the hell we still celebrating these whack-ass holidays? Some Black people don't understand economics. Most. I would only correct that by saying most. And to me, it's you know, even outside of economics, you would think at this point it would be logical. You know what I'm saying? Even outside of you having a great, you know, business mind or whatever like that, it's almost like, you know, this is logic at this point. Like, we've done everything but this. Why not try this at least for a second, at least once, to see what it'll do? Like, at least once. We've tried everything else. We've infused lawyers and judges into their systems. We have, you know, Black people that are police officers. We ran in there and tried to infuse ourselves in the system. That ain't working like a motherfucker. We've sat here and then recorded this shit. That ain't working. We holding up signs. That ain't working. We holding up our hands. That ain't fucking working. We're blowing shit up. That's not working either. Hold back on the bread for a second. I mean, it's just like, to me, I don't understand. Cabrina Duke says, I think the problem is that we have a lot of Black who boycott these quote unquote holidays / celebrations, but it's still not organized. We need collective efforts, planned efforts. And see, the problem is, in order to get collective efforts, you have to have people who care. You have to have that first, or you can't plan an effort with people who don't care. I can't even mention boycotting holidays without receiving backlash. I can't even mention it. I'm going to get backlash. Full-blown arguments as to why people have to, why they can't help but do it, or why I'm tripping, I'm trying to take the fun out of everything. This is from other Black people. Instead of just saying, well, I see your point. They'll argue with me. That's how deeply embedded this shit is in our systems, that you will get arguments back about these damn holidays. It's some pretty serious fucking business for people. Something that they've connected to their real life. Like, it's real. Like, it's real for people. So, you know, with people holding on that strongly to these holidays, to, you know, all these celebrations and the having fun and everything like that, as long as we are connected to that in our core, then I don't see, you know, collective efforts are very, very difficult. Very difficult. We can't even get everybody to agree that Slager, in the Walter Scott case, the cop, should have went to prison. That should be unanimous. In a, you know, normal world, that'd be unanimous. But this shit ain't normal. Like, this world just isn't normal that way. That's just, you know, based on my observations, this is what I see. People are always mad at me for even mentioning it. Any type of boycotting. Mad Love Superfly Cat 25. I had to say your name like that. That's a 1970s shit right there. Mad Love. Natalie White says, exactly, Rob. I've been told boycotting is pointless. I get told that all the time. And the only thing about that is, like, how do you know? How do you know? I can tell you marching is pointless because I know. I see the results of this. I can tell you that rioting is pointless because I know. I see the results of this. I can tell you hashtags are pointless, signs are pointless, demonstrations are pointless. I can tell you all that shit because I've seen examples of this. There is no example of boycotting being done on a fucking global scale to where that didn't work, for people can say, well, it won't work. There's no proof. We ain't tried it. That's why when motherfuckers say that shit, I can tell they're not even thinking about what the fuck they're saying. They just spitting some bullshit to keep them, because they want to stay trapped into the situation. Ain't nobody thinking about logically, well, you ain't tried it, so how you know? It's pointless. It won't work. Robert. I get it all the time. It's pointless. Young Link Jr. says, we're so accustomed to American tradition as black people. Hold on. We're so accustomed to American tradition as black people. Most of us want to be included into the American dream. In other words, we see no importance in boycotting holidays. I completely agree. We believe that we with them, even though we're shown that we're not with them. Even in something as simple as looking at the case of Joe McKnight and how the treatment was different versus a white man killing a black man and a black man killing a black man. I mean, we believe at some point this shit gonna be the same. And it's bullshit. Asia Abrams says it's no longer a boycott, it's a lifestyle change. LOL. All this shit is stupid. I mean, I completely agree. You got to change your outlook on this life before you can see and care about what's going on around you. You have to change everything about your mind and how you take in information, what you look at, looking at the sequence of events out here, knowing where you stand in this whole situation. Understanding that. Some of y'all know, I'm gonna start on Charlemagne, but first I got to talk about Tommy Lauren. All right, or if I'm saying her name, Tommy Lauren. So white lady, a white racist bitch. I mean, that's what they're just gonna get to the bottom of it right now. This is what we're dealing with. She gets on some show on Fox and says a bunch of dumb, ignorant shit. She is the epitome of what Fox News is really all about. This is why she has a show. She's a young white chick, get a lot of old dumb motherfuckers to watch her, even a lot of some these coons out here agreeing with her rhetoric. She was on a show with Trevor Noah, which I forget the name of his fucking show, but this is the black dude. He hosts a show, and they had a debate about Black Lives Matter and some of the blasphemous shit she said about Black Lives Matter. As for example, comparing him to the saying of the New Day Black KKK, essentially, even though that's a completely ridiculous argument. People will clap an argument like that up because they're fucking stupid, and there's nothing you can do about people being fucking stupid. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one should agree to that. Like, they should be able to look at what the KKK did, how they were, what they brought to the game, the murder. You can just look at that and draw a distinct difference between Black Lives Matter and the KKK. It should be very easy. But people will clap dumb shit like this up. So Trevor has on a show, they debate and things like that. And I see the debate. I'm like, well, that was, you know, it was cool, it was intelligent. I wish I could get in a situation where I'm arguing with a completely dumbass white bitch on TV, but you know, I haven't gotten so lucky yet. But he did a decent job, kept it intelligent with her and everything like that. And then, from my understanding, is he goes out on a date with the bitch after that situation, even though he made no leeway with her in any type of fucking way. She still believes what she believes. She still can go on her show and say dumbass shit regardless. They go on a little date. I didn't learn it till later. I'm like, all right, well, these niggas out here, you know, they want to date racist white chicks or go out and try to school them or whatever the fucking situation may be. Then, all right, cool. Whatever, right? Then you have your boy, y'all's motherfucking boy, y'all's voice, y'all's motherfucking mans and them, Charlemagne the motherfucking God, or Charlemagne the Coon, as he has to be deemed. It should have been deemed a long time ago. I don't know why y'all have faith in him. I be having people sending me messages about this dude talking about, well, look, you know, Charlemagne seemed like he awake. I'm like, well, nah. There's impossible that he's awake, or it would seem like he's awake, because he's gonna have to do some balance. You're gonna have to say as much coon shit you done said, you're gonna bring this shit all the way up. I'm not about to get gassed up off of one thing he may say that's factual. I don't fuck with him like that, because he'll say 30 other coon things after that. White Nubian queens. This motherfucker done said some shit like that. Y'all's boy, not my boy. I didn't have faith in him, so this didn't disappoint me. Charlemagne the God decides that he wants to have have your girl Tommy Lauren on, I guess, the Breakfast Club. I don't know whether she was on the Breakfast Club. She was on the Breakfast Club, and he decided to go on a little date with her to show her the game. I'll read you his quote directly. I'm going to read you the whole fucking quote. All right. He says, "This is getting out of hand. I just have one simple question for people. Do you want diplomacy or do you want division? I'm talking to Tommy because I care about the rhetoric that comes from her mouth. She has influence, and the narrative she paints about movements like BLM is dangerous. The same way people can hit her up on social media and tell her how wrong she is, I can meet with her and tell her the same things. I don't like to talk about people. I like talking to them. I don't believe Tommy is a racist. I believe she's misinformed. With that said, I choose to inform her. I don't know if she's going to change or not. I just know I did my due diligence." Now, he's in pictures, thug posing with her, hugged up with her, kind of like, yo, right? He doing all this shit with her. And this is his justification for all this shit. He's just trying to school her on game, right? Trying to educate her on racism. And I don't understand why Trevor or Charlemagne would believe that they can school a white bitch, a racist white bitch, on racism. She clearly has enough mind to go out and find all these dumbass stories that she finds and gives a racist ass narrative on that. And y'all sitting around going on dates and taking fucking homeboy pictures with this bitch. That doesn't even make any sense, because now what can she say? Well, I got two black friends. I'm not racist. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. I hung out with Charlemagne and Trevor. Those my niggas. Now she can say they calls himself. He don't like to talk behind people's back. He's always talking. I thought that's how he made his fucking career, is talking about fucking people. That's what I thought was my understanding of his career. But when it comes to this white bitch, oh no, I don't want to talk behind her back. You know what I mean? I'm trying to educate her when he don't know shit to educate any motherfucking body. I don't think he has the skill to truly educate her. What is he going to say? How do you justify saying white Nubian queen? If she's like, well, damn, you did. I'm a white Nubian queen. Is that what you're saying about me? Even though that's a ridiculous statement, he said that. How's he going to school her? What she's saying about Black Lives Matter is dangerous. That's the same thing all these racist white motherfuckers say about Black Lives Matter. It's the same thing all these racist white motherfuckers said about the Black Panther Party. It's the same. The narrative isn't fucking changing. They're going to compare him to the KKK every time. It doesn't matter, even though it's a ridiculous argument to have. That's been happening since before we was even out. This was happening in the 60s. Now, I don't know how old Charlemagne is. I don't know how old this bitch Tommy is, but this is history. Black movements have always been treated like that. If you put your people first, if you show pride in your people or speak on the injustices that are being waged against your people, talk about the history, well, you just like the KKK, because that's all the KKK did. All they did was run around and preach white history and stand unified together. They never murdered people and targeted black people for no fucking reason, never beat the shit out of people, set people up, lynched people. They didn't do all that. But since they did, since this has been the narrative, you don't have to educate this bitch. All she has to do is some goddamn research. It's been the same since before she was born. Any group of black people that stand together is a problem, is a terrorist organization. At that moment, they become a terrorist organization. She needs schooling on that. Bitch on TV. She has everything she needs, computers. Hell, probably even got people to research shit for her. She ain't even got to do the work. Have somebody read it to her, dumb, stupid ass. She ain't even got to do the work. Have somebody Google COINTELPRO and read it to her, stupid ass. Google the atrocities of the fucking KKK and back those, put those on the backside of what Black Lives Matter, the atrocities of Black Lives Matter. You can compare. That doesn't take education from Charlemagne at all. Motherfucker using that shit as an excuse. And now she got her some black friends. Fuck out of here. But this y'all's boy. Right? I was told that Charlemagne gave himself donkey of the day. After being called a coon, the coon said I might want to do a little bit of crowd control because black people listen to my show a lot more than white folk. So let me give myself donkey of the day and continue to just say coon shit on the air. They won't mind that. They still listen for that. They still listen even though I say that shit. But I guess this was a little bit too far. So let me give myself donkey of the day. They'll believe that shit. I don't believe that motherfucker because he's still ignorant. He still needs to be educating himself on the history, on what's going on, and controlling the narrative that comes out of his ignorant ass fucking mouth on the air. He doesn't mind influencing or talking about anybody else on the air, but he couldn't talk about her and the dumb shit she be saying. Interesting that y'all's boy. These are the people y'all fuck with, man. These are the people y'all fuck with. I don't understand. But everybody want to tell me I'm tripping. I want to make this logical, make this rational. I'm supposed to fuck with Charlemagne, even though I didn't fuck with him before. I don't fuck with these motherfuckers. I done told you, these are y'all's people. The reason they hot is because of y'all. Charlemagne got a show, people listen to him. That's because of y'all. I never followed a gossiping ass nigga on a show. That's not my thing. He was never amusing to me, never cool to me, never knowledgeable to me, or no shit like that. Y'all's boy. Y'all made him hot. And this is the type of shit that he does. This is how he represents the people. I'm just saying. Now what's she gonna say on her show? Black people talk to me and they don't seem to be angry at what I'm saying as much. They just want me to understand what they're going through. Y'all's boy. It's what y'all doing out here. He even goes on to say this. And this is why I can't do the whole, well, he did donkey of the day. Because after saying that, he, I think this may be Instagram, maybe Twitter, one of the two. He does this. He says, would be dope if a young black or Hispanic woke, he put in all caps and quotation, would be dope if a young black or Hispanic woke woman used social media to create a platform to be a voice like Tommy Lauren did. A condescending bullshit ass statement that he made prior to defending him trying to educate this bitch Lauren, right? He says it would be dope if a young black woman did something like that. Who's quicker? Who's going to be quicker in this race to get a show? A young woke black or Hispanic woman speaking about the truths about this fucking bullshit ass country, or a racist white bitch with blonde hair speaking from a racist, point of view to the masses of racist pieces of shit that live right here in this country and all over the world. Who's going to be quicker to get a show? Why would you say that? Why would you disrespect black people like that? Like you don't fucking know. This is why I know he cannot be the educator of nobody, of anyone. You should know that what you're saying ain't real. You should be talking about the fact that a Hispanic, a black woman, or a black woman, which I mean, like I said, Hispanic, this is Hispanic shit, Spanish-speaking black people. This is what I believe, Spanish-speaking melanated people. Either way, you got to know why the fuck they can't get a goddamn show. Charlemagne, that's your job, right? You're supposed to know that, but instead you put this dumb shit out here, this dumb narrative, disrespecting black women, disrespecting being woke, as he put it in quotation marks. You know damn well why they're not getting no fucking show like this white bitch. You know that. But he's trying to educate this white bitch. He's the person that can do it. Why don't a young black or Hispanic woman have a show? Y'all's boy. And after this, he made himself donkey of the motherfucking day. Hell nah. Hell fucking nah. I'm not letting him off that easy. Y'all can, I refuse. I can't. I can't with these dudes, man, because, you know, I feel like when we let them come out here, they get off easy by apologizing. They're not sorry, yo. Like, he can make himself donkey of the day, but he's still ignorant. Like, he still doesn't understand his statements, in my opinion. He doesn't understand his statements. He don't even understand what the fuck he's saying. He's ignorant, and he continues to be ignorant, even after having people like Umar Johnson on his show, even after having fucking Farrakhan on his show, even after having fucking even Tariq Nasheed on his show, even after having Dick Gregory on his show, even after having these people come to his show in school, their entire fucking the Angela and the other dumbass motherfucker that's on there, Envy. Even after all these people been to your show, you still saying shit like this? Like, come on, yo. Come on. How did you not pick up any fucking knowledge, any literature, any fucking information, any understanding after having these people on your show while your black ass sit there and ask questions and shit? Like you interested in the information and taking it all in. Y'all should know that shit for a show now. And if y'all continue to support that shit, then y'all can't fucking complain. Don't complain. Know that when he had people on there that's supposed to be about knowledge, that shit fake as fuck. He ain't picking up none of that shit because he can still run around here and be condescending towards black women and say some shit like, well, why won't black women do some shit like that? The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here, man. Y'all's boy. Again. Y'all's fucking boy. Hey, some of y'all say y'all want to see me on that motherfucker. I would love to do a fucking show like that because I'm gonna go in. Like I couldn't sit there and allow, and I ain't gonna say I would just full blown go in, but I would ask some serious questions like, well, how is this happening, Charlemagne? Envy, how do you sit here and be dumb as fuck no matter who comes? Even after Dame Dash sons you on air, you still a dumb ass motherfucker. And Angela, why are you here? What purpose do you serve for the show? Your female perspective is that of ignorance. Like, the fuck? Nobody on that show has any sense to me. Like, I don't give a fuck. That's why I don't watch that shit. I'll watch it when they have somebody that's on there that's about, you know, some black shit, like some pro-black shit, some knowledge, some information. I'll watch the show just to listen to them. I'm annoyed by everything that's happening around them. I'm annoyed by Charlemagne. I'm annoyed by Envy. And I'm annoyed as fuck by Angela Yee. I'm annoyed by all of them. I'd rather just have them, you know, they just sit there and let this person talk. I would rather them do that, but they don't. So, you know, I'm annoyed by them. I would get on that motherfucking B and ask some serious questions and get some serious fucking answers, for real. I'm just saying. Shar says Charlemagne is funny as fuck. That's interesting that you started off like that, but cool. Charlemagne is funny as fuck, but he's rude, but he makes the interview entertaining. And isn't that what it's all about? Entertainment. Boy. Y'all something else. Y'all are something else, boy. As long as he's there being a coon, saying dumb, random, stupid shit, that's entertaining. That's all you can do. I mean, I try. Like, y'all see me trying. That's entertainment. I mean, what can you do? Bang Bang NTB says, damn, Rob, you don't fuck with nothing. What type of shit out here do you actually like? Well, shit, I like a bunch of other type of shit. Just I don't like Coon shit. And I think that throws people off when I'm not involved in, I'm not entertained by ignorance. And the fact that, even you making this statement that you don't fuck with nothing because I don't fuck with ignorant shit, that is how people will view me at times. But y'all know, like, I'm chill. Like, I'm cool as fuck. I can't say y'all know, but I mean, you can watch my fucking videos. I'm a pretty laid back, cool dude. I mean, I'm gonna be serious at times. It's time for seriousness. But if you follow my page and shit like that, we'll clown a little bit. We'll laugh a little bit. But I don't fuck with ignorant shit. I just don't. I'm not entertained by listening to three ignorant people talk or, shows like that. I'm just not entertained by that shit. That don't mean I don't fuck with nothing. That means I don't fuck with dumb shit. And that bothers, that confuses people. Like, God damn, bro, you don't have no fun in life. Hang with me. We'll be laughing all fucking day, but it won't be off of ignorant shit. Yeah, I'm entertained and amused by intelligent shit. You can be intelligent and funny at the same time. I believe in that. I like to think that I'm at least some type of example of being intelligent and funny, at least somewhat funny, not trying to be funny hard as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But like, you can be intelligent and funny at the same time, man. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like you have to sacrifice one for the other. I think a lot of people do. But I would never do that shit. I don't give a fuck about views. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. It's just, I don't care. I mean, it's all good, man. The homie apologized. I'm not offended by the question. A lot of people say that though. I'm like, God damn, bro, you don't fuck with the Breakfast Club? Like, God, what do you do out here, man? If you don't fuck with the Breakfast Club, I mean, God damn, ain't nothing else for you to do. You don't fuck with the Breakfast Club. You listen to the radio. You won't listen to goddamn Young Thug. You don't fuck with him. You don't fuck with these coon ass rappers. Like, you don't watch sports. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck do you do with yourself? What do you do, man? Like, how do you exist out here? It's not that hard, man. It's not that hard. Just saying. Just saying. Follow me on Facebook. Somebody plug my Facebook page. Somebody said Rob's Facebook page is good. That boy good. I mean, follow me on Facebook, y'all. They haven't blocked me again. If you notice my post, I might put LOL, SMH. Like, I'll put something little. I don't go in. I think that's the key. And, so I think that's the key to everything. I don't go full blown ham. I'll just say interesting, right? Or interesting, huh? Or something like that. Like, I don't really do a whole lot. I get on here and go in, So I do it on there smart. So just follow my Facebook page. I'll be on there posting some shit, going in. So going and keeping us up on the information, giving us something to think about out here. That's what's entertaining to me. For real. I did not see a video of Young Thug calling black women hoes and ants. I didn't see that video. But these rappers have the ability to call, black women hoes and have been calling black women hoes for a long time, and they still gonna dance when the song come on. So what can you do? It's entertaining, right? The beat hot. What can you do? Fuck with me. If y'all want to follow my Facebook page, check out the links in the description box. Everything is there. Everything is on there. I'm not going to be on here too much longer, y'all. I'm about to get off. I got to get up early and go to work. But I'm answering some of y'all's random ass questions. Stacey R, do you watch Corey Holcomb's 5150 show? No. No, I do not. I've heard Corey Holcomb's funny. I've seen Corey Holcomb's stand-ups. I've never really gotten into a show like that. I'm not really entertained by Corey Holcomb like that. So somebody said Young Thug called them peasants, not ants, which is a step up. Peasants. That's just, somebody said they called them ants, which is just the last part of peasants. They called them peasants. But I think his girlfriend or his flunky that he parades around as his girlfriend, I think she's black. So it's interesting. Interesting opinion. Interesting opinion to have. Right, y'all share this video, man. Share the video, like the video. Y'all let everybody know where we are. Let everybody know where your man's at. Reese's PC says, how do you feel about Dave Chappelle hosting SNL? I don't watch SNL, so I can't really say I feel anything about that. So I fuck with Dave Chappelle. I heard he has some new stand-ups coming out. I'll watch that. I don't really care much. I think I've seen a scene from him hosting SNL where he made a spoof of The Walking Dead or something, that scene. Somebody had sent me that and wanted me to look at that. But I don't watch SNL. I'm gonna see his stand-ups when they come out. Yamari Mason, Rob, check out Dr. Claude Anderson ASAP. I've already checked out Dr. Claude Anderson. I think the brother is a smart brother. I don't agree with his path or key to success for Black people. He does have some pretty good ideas as far as economics are concerned. But, you know, but don't assume I haven't checked out somebody. I do not listen to the Black Authority. I've heard the Black Authority before, but I don't listen to his show. I don't listen to no YouTube shows. I don't have any that I watch. So my apologies, but I don't. I'm feeling good, Miss Murphy. I'm all right. I'm feeling good. I'm a little frustrated. I can't lie. I'm getting to be more and more frustrated as the year wraps, as we're in the last month of the year and we're still being treated like shit, and we still don't understand that we are being treated like shit, and we haven't made that a matter of importance to us to adjust some of our ideas, some of our behaviors. We're not making that adjustment. So that's frustrating for me. But I'm loving being able to, you know, educate people whenever I can, and you know, just be at least some type of voice for Black people out here. So that makes me feel good. J. Cole does have an album come out. I heard J. Cole's song, that False Prophets, cold. That song is cold. He went in on Kanye, y'all's boy, another one of y'all's boy, and Wale. Wale made a track back to J. Cole. I listened to that track. Wale he actually spit some bars on there though. I like when Wale spitting, man. I think that the brother can spit. He be having like too much of a bitch on his songs and shit. I can't really get with that shit like that. But I know that he does have bars. I think Forest Hills Drive was a dope album. It was dope. I be wanting him to get. The only thing about Cole that sometimes I want him to get is I want him to stop making all of the beats for all of his songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want him to get other people to make beats for him sometimes, because that's a point where he's lacking at. If there's anything he's lacking, which is, I'm not holding him, but he could possibly have better beats sometimes. So, but his album does come out Friday. I'm going to, I'll have it. Y'all know I'll be listening to it, judging it, of course. The last recent thing I listened to, or the latest new thing to me, it wasn't new actually, is The Game's 1992 album. That shit's cold. That shit is cold. That shit is cold. Brother Bang Bang, I am growing my locks back out, bro. I am growing them back out. I am growing them back out. I have heard of Zero. Drake, somebody, BB Drawing says you think Drake is overrated. Drake can rap, but he's just, he a bitch too much. Like I don't see how y'all do it. Maybe it's something wrong. I can't do all the bitch shit. I can't do the bitch singing. I can't do all that. I can't do all that yet. So I can't do all that with these dudes, and I don't think I ever will. I ain't gonna say I can't do it yet. I'll never be able to do that with these guys. But Drake, he can rap when he's rapping, but he spends too much time not rapping. Y'all love asking me about music. Y'all think I know. I appreciate that. Shar says, what do you think about Solange's album? Solange's album, I listened to it. It wasn't mind-blowing to me. I think people made it mind-blowing. I think she did a very good job dropping a would-be conscious album, you know, speaking true to the people. But I think she had way too many interludes in there with Master P talking on it. You can't really... the album doesn't flow like, you know, if you can't just let it rock, you gotta listen to Master P give a speech every other song. You know, I didn't really fuck with that. But I mean, she made a dope album. I think people overhyped it a little bit though, in my opinion. What about Ben Carson? I'm gonna talk about Ben Carson. What about him? Ain't he becoming the... I think Trump is appointing him as, God, not the Speaker of the House. He appointing that motherfucker as something, which I don't think he should be appointed as shit. He's trash. He's an idiot. But, you know. The truth about it all says, Rob, what type of fucking work do you do? They allow you to grow. They allow you to grow your hair out and talk shit on the internet. I would get fired if I made videos like yours. Right now I'm in construction work. I'm a supervisor for a construction company. And before this, before I was growing my hair out again, I grew my hair out for about 10 years and I always worked. I don't be giving a fuck, man. I mean, motherfucker gonna hire me for my hair or fire me for having an opinion about whatever the fuck I want. That's on them. I don't give a shit. I don't care, man. I mean, I get it, but I ain't about to be scared to speak my mind out here either. They're not gonna have me like that. They're not gonna have me out here scared like that. That's just me. I've always had jobs and shit, though. You know, I mean, you keep it neat. It shouldn't be no issue. It should be no issue if you keep everything neat. Now, I mean, I keep my hair neat, keep everything, you know, lined up right and shit, you know, make sure everything is cool. But I ain't never had a problem getting a job or anything like that. I mean, y'all saw me. I mean, when I had locks and shit like that, you know, they was still neat with it. You know, I ain't just out here. You know, I ain't never had a problem getting a job. So it's all about heart, son. Basically, it's all about heart, son. That's all it is. Luke Cage says, Robert, why do so many black celebrities, including musicians like Ludacris and Pusha T, believe in voting? I mean, they're just people. Right? At the end of the day, I mean, we have to... I mean, I understand that they have a lot of influence over people, but at the end of the day, they're just people. So just like the person sitting next to you, Pusha T has a real name. I don't know what it is. Ludacris has a real name. I forgot what it is. Chris Bridges. Chris Bridges is a normal person who was probably ignorant before he started rapping anyway, and believed in voting before he started rapping anyway. And now that he's a rapper, why would that change? You know, these people they're just normal people. I mean, y'all put them up on pedestals and shit like that, and chase them down and scream for them and all this shit. Y'all do that to them. They're just ignorant, you know, ignorant people that was raised by parents that were ignorant, just like we were. They're no different. 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, they're just ignorant people. So you have to understand that. And they may be, you know, they may be really believing that. And if they don't believe it, they're going to say it to keep their, you know, to keep their popularity up amongst the dominant society. So, but they just people, though. We have to remember that. before they change their name into some cool shit like Ludacris or like Pusha T. They just regular people. They got bars, but you know, they may be just ignorant. I haven't heard J. Cole's song "Everybody Dies." I haven't heard that. I've just heard the song "False Prophets." That's the only one I've heard. Let me answer. Let me see what y'all got. I'm gonna do one more question. I'm gonna get the hell off here, y'all. Let me see what we got. Lady Lioness says they halted that Dakota pipeline as soon as those veterans got out there with those natives. What that tell you? Exactly. Problem. Couple things I want to say about this, because I posted about that on my page, and I had some people get upset because I was showing that what unity can cause, especially when you have people like veterans give a fuck about what's going on. That's big that they were able to stop it. For right now, they would have stopped that. Obama, they stopped it. Came in, did that. Now that could be reversed at some point, or the money gang coming there, it could be reversed, but they stopped it. Now the thing is that we don't have veterans coming and dealing with the issues that like Flint in that situation like that, where they, you know, have poisonous water. And that's a different situation, but we don't even have black veterans that will come and stand up in front of or beside of, you know, any black movements or any black would-be uprisings of any kind, any black protesters. Ain't no veterans, not even black veterans, coming to stand out there in great number. I think it was about 2,000 veterans came out to support the Native Americans. That's not happening for us, for black folk. That's not happening. That's why I don't trust a lot of the black military people, because I don't have anything to show that they would stand with black folk like that. But that's just me. They have to follow orders, essentially. And if they're not following orders, then the vets, in this situation, they decide to stand with those people on their own will and on their own mind. But black vets aren't coming to stand up in front of black people and their movements like in this situation. But I think that was big. And I did hear somebody saying that they're going to Flint next. I did hear they are going to Flint. I think that's huge, especially if they just start going around, you know, standing true and standing with people that are suffering. Because Flint, Michigan, they're still suffering. That hasn't stopped. And, you know, we'll talk about all this shit out here that's going on. That's still happening. That's still a thing. That didn't go anywhere. You know, so those people are still dealing with those pipelines being terrible, being bad. They haven't been fixed in any type of way. That's not the only city going through that. That's real shit. That's really happening out here. That's really happening out here. No. Okay, I'm gonna answer this question. I was thinking that, it's just not to be petty, which means you about to be. Let's see. But have any significant number of Native Americans come to stand for us, for our issues? Hell no. No. That's not real. Ain't nobody coming to stand with us like that. All right. No large group of what be other people coming to stand with us on our issues. That's just not happening. Hell, we can't even get all black folk to do it. So I mean, it's gonna be hard to get other people to do it, and we won't even do it. That's where our power lies, if you ask me. But we won't even do that. So, but no. But I can see people being oppressed in some type of way by this fucking government, and it annoys me. And if for a second they can, you know, either beat out that oppression or at least have a temporary win of some kind, I can still celebrate that and respect that, because they run that pipeline through there. Y'all looking at what be a small picture of them. They're just crossing over the Native American or those lands. So those pipelines are going to affect more than just that area, more going to pollute the environment. So our children will be drinking this poisonous ass water. So when people look at stuff on a small scale and be like, well, Native Americans, they don't give a fuck about us. I'm looking at what the fuck the government's trying to do. They trying to run a pipeline through there, and all those pipelines do is bust and fuck up the environment and poison our children, us and our children. So I look at stuff, you know, big picture stuff. If it's gonna be something like this, where a pipeline is being discussed, where water is being discussed, and I give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if it was white folks standing out there in front of the goddamn pipeline. I wouldn't give a shit, because that pipeline, the effects of that pipeline, everything about that pipeline, and all these pipelines affect everybody because it's affecting the environment. So, you know, call me what you want. I don't give a fuck. I just know that if something affects all people like that, everybody, then I care. So what can you do? But I'm about to get the fuck out of here, y'all. I'm about to get off here. Mad love to everybody that showed up tonight and showed love tonight by being here, by watching. Y'all make sure you share the video, like the video, let everybody know where I'm at. Shout out Team Rob. Y'all, if you want to follow me anywhere, check the description box. Every link's in there. I'm on here posting every single day. All right. Mad love to y'all. I will see y'all next week. I'm out.